So I realized like I'm gonna run out of stuff to post about because a lot of the big stuff is slowly getting taken care of or it just hasn't started yet. Um, so I might start like combining multiple days of stuff when I have like maintenance tasks because I feel like that's a big part of living in an RV is doing these things that you don't have to do when you live in a house. Um, so yeah, today I'm going to put the water filter that I got on the system, this one Bitterfoot. I'm going to empty the gray water tank because it's just about full. I already emptied my pee tank today. I've done that twice. I don't really post about that just because I figure you guys probably don't want to see that. I mean, it's just pee in a tank that I carry, and I find some very, very lucky bushes, and I give the pee to the bushes. But yeah. Um, and I don't know. I think I mentioned in another video that I think the Kitty Kitty I cannot, oh there we go. I was like I can't move my finger in the right direction. Uh I can't, it seems to me like the solar is being charged when the system is plugged in, which to me I thought the system should work that way anyways, but I was told that it does not. So right now I'm running the fridge on the AC. The sun is still up enough that it's charged, would be charging a little bit. Like at this point there's a lot of shade, so it shouldn't be a lot. But if the fridge uses the batteries like super fast. So like if I was just running the fridge and there was no charging, the batteries would hit 50% in like less than 24 hours, I think. That's pretty demanding. And so I'm going to just keep running it on the AC and see what happens. Because my thought is, and I wish I knew more about this, I wish I knew more about how the system worked. I may call the guy, the contact guy for the equipment and see if he knows. Like, I don't know if he would know the answer to this question or not. But basically, is like, what's the draw? What's the draw on the circuit that I'm plugged into? If it's keeping the batteries charged, does the solar prioritize? So if the solar's got it charged and it's like 100%, is it still trying to charge from the plug, or you know, like is it kind of a trickle? Um, I'm just kind of curious, like that, because being connected to the 20 amp and then running stuff, I have to be careful, like running the microwave and make sure I don't have the area heater on and stuff like that. The solar, when I have the inverter on, it's still, you still have to be careful, but you don't have to be as careful. And if it does throw the GF, like it's, I just go flip a switch down here. I don't have to like go to the building and like find it and hope I'm not impacting somebody else, kind of thing. But so like in that case, I could in theory keep the fridge and stuff running and use the solar and just top it up with the plug, assuming that's how it works. I just don't know. I'm like, and I worry, like I worry, like I'm sure you guys have noticed this, that like when I don't have information, I start worrying because I'm like, well, we'll do this or will this. Like, is the controller that's charging the batteries and controlling how much power goes to the batteries from the solar also controlling what's coming from the shore power? That seems like a reasonable yes, but that's also an assumption that it was set up that way. So if the controller is protecting the batteries from both power sources, then it would be okay. Like, you know, the system that I'm hooked up to, that I'm plugged into, also has solar, which I had forgotten. So, like, my usage isn't gonna, like, really impact, you know? So I don't have to worry about that as much. I still worry about it just because I don't like being wasteful, but um, I think it's a good habit, even if I'm in a situation where I don't need to worry about it. Uh, I forgot my point. The Oh yeah, is the battery being charged correctly, or is it getting too much and like heating up the batteries and negatively impacting them and stuff? Um, I just I would like more information. There's no manual for the system. It's a unique system. So I need to talk to somebody who knows the hardware, because the seller told me that it doesn't charge when it's plugged in. And it sure does seem like it's charging when it's plugged in. This angle is weird. Now I kind of look like like these bodybuilders who, like, their necks are like the same, and they're like, and their heads look kind of small. I kind of look like that right now. I eat my spinach. Um, I say shit that's like funny and I won't laugh, and it's not because it's not funny. It's just how my humor is. If you make a joke, there's a high probability that I'm not going to laugh either, but my brain will still go, "Oh, that was funny." And people get all like, "But I was making a joke. Let me explain to you." I'm like, "Yeah, I got the joke. This is how I react. Sorry." Autism. Gosh. So that's something I'm going to see how it behaves tonight, and then I'll like call tomorrow. I would freaking love it if my only usage of the propane was like cooking, because then it would last forever. I mean, not forever because I cook every day, but it would last a really long time. The fridge uses, from what I read, I haven't been able to like ascertain this through actual usage yet, but I read that it uses between 1 and 1.5 pounds a day, depending on the model and the ambient temperature and all that. So right now I have like a 40 pound that, of course, if you fill it correctly, is about 30 pounds ish. Right? No. Hold on. I got confused again. 40 pound, and no, because the weight is more than 1 pound per gallon. Anyway, let's just say that it's that. That means that like the fridge would last, like it could run on the propane for approximately a month on a 40 pound. Yeah, I like worked that out. So the end result of how long it will last is correct, but like I think I'm saying things backwards or incorrectly because I'm really tired. So I started a new medication, and it is it's making me pretty dopey. My fine motor coordination is like do do do, and I expect like about a week of it, and then I'll get used to it, and then after 2 weeks I'm supposed to up the dose to the full amount, and so then I'll go through it again. So I might be a bit of a ding dong, but on the plus side, as uncomfortable as it can be to say things that are wrong, I'm also okay with saying things that are wrong, because I know that I'm not right all the time, and I tend to point out when I think I'm wrong if I realize it. Sometimes I have to come back to it later and be like, oh, no, I screwed that up. But when I know that when I'm right, you can tell, because I'm like, it's this. So anyway, I'm gonna get up off of my butt now, and I'm gonna go empty the gray water tank. It took about a week to fill up, but my water usage was more than I think normal, just with, you know, like unpacking and washing things and stuff like that. So I feel like, because it's at 3/4, so let's say if it's at 80 gallons or so, let's say it's at maybe 55, 60 gallons. That's like a lot of water based on like the fact that like when I have water bills and stuff, my monthly is less than 100 gallons usually, like in a house. So that will lessen. And then my estimate was that I would be emptying it every 2 weeks ish or so, because I'm not going to let it get totally full. But they say to do like 75-80%, just so that like the solids and stuff will get, you know, that the solids will be flushed out. Yeah. So this is the water filter. Attachments look like they're the right kind. It's super moist around here because of the fog in the morning. It like collects on the roof and then it just falls down here. Alright, I'm doing this one-handed, both the camera work and so it's gonna be, might not be great. I get better bringing my tripod with me. I get like lazy. And the bottom one, I paused it so I could like tighten the top properly with 2 hands. And I'm gonna do the same thing with this one. All right, let's see. I don't see any leaking. Looks okay. I'll come back and check it in a little bit. I know I'm supposed to run that through. We're supposed to run water through it so you don't get charcoal, but I'm just gonna run it inside, and the faucet's fine. I don't drink the water anyway. Being lazy, let's go over here. Yeah. I gotta get some gloves. I like kind of that the space is a little bit organized. It's not, I mean, it's not great, but it's better than it was, and eventually that will be even more so. I just put one glove on. Just one. Ooh, what's that? It's a hose. And it's gonna go here. I have to like squeeze inside here, and it always creeps me out a little bit. It's just creepy. I put on my wish list some lubricant that I can put on these. That's specific for that. Like it doesn't attract the dirt stuff. Got that on there, and now I'm gonna pull the gray. Whoosh! And I'm gonna walk out here and run it in a different spot than it was this last time. You can see grass. I want boots. I know it's like, it's not that bad, but it's so squishy and it creeps me out. I want boots so that I feel like I'm protected from creepy things. What kind of creepy things? Well, ticks could be a thing. They're not super common here in this specific area, even though they're common in the area in general. I know they're kind of bugs. I've had some weird things in my shoes. What? Oh yeah? What are you doing? Tell me. Okay. The dog has to interject. It's ruining our conversation, huh? So I just realized, are you help? I can't open the door if you're right there, sir. But I just realized there's like a sound that keeps happening and I haven't been able to figure out what it is. And I think it might be the door for the levelers. Do you mind, sir? Nope. Because the transport guy left it open and then I forgot to close it. This door. He just leaves it open when he's driving and stuff. And I keep being like, I'm gonna close that, and then I forget, so now it's closed. There's no way that's done yet, but curiosity got me going and like, I'm gonna go look at it, see if it's still doing, yeah, it's still doing the thing. I can see it from here. The thing. It's nice out. I have things open. And it sucks because if I have things open, I have to turn off the HEPA filter because that's silly. And then the mouse smell shows back up and starts like creeping out. So like I want to get like fresh air in here and help lower the humidity, but then there's the price of smelling the mouse air. I can't wait to get that fixed. Oh, today was the day that the RV tech was supposed to come today to fix the furnace, and one of his kids is sick, so he had to stay home with him, and he's gonna come tomorrow instead. And yeah, not a big deal. And he's still trying to get pricing on the seals for the slide outs. We're probably just gonna tarp it, but waiting to see prices so that I can make an educated decision. I went looking for my multimeter because my son needs it. And I have a newer one that my friend gave me, like a little tiny one. But this one I've had for probably as long as my son's been alive. Look, Radio Shack, super old. It still works, just needs new batteries. But yeah. While I was waiting for the gray water tank to empty, I went to my storage unit, got these. I realized that if I put out this little extension, that the garbage cans kind of hang out there nice and I have a little more space. And slowly getting it cleared up, I also grabbed my wok. This is my Brita thing. It doesn't fit in the fridge, and I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. And this mess is now bigger because I had to move everything off here, but I put these here, and I'll be unpacking some other stuff into there. And then I put that up there. And yeah, just kind of, it's funny how when you try to make stuff better, you got to make the mess bigger before it gets better. I have, in this one, I'm planning on putting my resin stuff there, and then maybe some of it down there because some of it's heavy. And there's some shelves in there I gotta pull out, and I'm starting to realize I might not end up using as many of those shelves as I thought I did. That's not stable, but he had to jump up there anyway. Huh. But yeah. That's how I watch TVs on my tablet. The tablet that I got for working on my craft stuff is now also a TV, which it works pretty well for that. That's all. The end.